If you mean by karma that bad things happen to bad people, then karma doesn't exist. That philosophy was created by man to make a nice, God-fearing, or karma-fearing society. But the true philosophy of karma, or karma yoga, is actually a bit different. It says do your duty, work, action without thinking of the fruits of that action. More precisely, you only have the right to action, not to the fruits of that action. Guess why? Because you cannot control the outcome. For example, you have been studying very hard for a class test, and are sure of coming first in class. But what you don't know is that there is another person in your class who is even more dedicated and hardworking than you and will be the person who actually comes first. How would you feel when that happens? You will feel upset because you had high expectations. Now let's assume there is another person in your class who is actually cheating on the test. And let's say that this person actually comes first. This is not a very distant possibility. Life is unfair and such things happen. But could you do anything about it? No. If you go through your life expecting a reward for all your good deeds and punishment for others' bad deeds, then the truth is that you will be disappointed and might actually decide that there is no point in any action and no justice. Therefore, no meaning to life. But while it's true that there is no immediate punishment for bad deeds, what does exist is cause and effect. The person who cheated on the test might come first as an effect of his cheating, but he might also feel guilty and low self-esteem as a result of this. He may also fare badly in an actual job interview, where his true knowledge would be apparent. But then again, he might feel bad and learn the subject over summer vacation and do pretty well all his life, thus disappointing you. Now think about earthquakes, floods, and famines. Innocent children dying in wars. Do you think it's their karma? No, it is the effect of our collective actions. We cut trees that create deforestation. We cause wars. But more importantly, it doesn't even have to be us. The earth is constantly moving. The universe is constantly moving. And all actions will have an effect. Nature doesn't discriminate. When volcanoes erupt, plants, trees, animals, insects, and humans all die. Humans are not special. We are just a speck in the universe. All we can control are our actions, not the result. Thinking of karma as being an outside force or personality just doesn't work for me. It seems to suggest that in this life or the next there will be rewards for lives well lived, retribution for those lived too selfishly. Life doesn't bear it out. But if we substitute karma with the phrase, what goes around comes around, we may be closer to the truth. While those exploiters, whether criminal or working within the law, seem to do so very well for themselves, I wonder how many of them have the perspicacity to understand that their lives could have been so much more. What if they become wealthy, but have to spend their lives defending their treasure against other robbers? What shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world yet lose his own soul? Translated into modern life, he might have said, what's the point of having money and power if you command no respect, have no genuine friends, and end up with ulcers? The obvious case in point is Trump. He has acquired enormous wealth and has risen to perhaps the highest office available to anybody on the planet. He should be the poster boy for greed is good. And yet, having achieved this office, he has lost his peace and health. His place in history is assured, but his joy and bliss are not. That's karma.